Hello, this is Joey as the Critical Missourian, where I talk about everything, everyday life, things that affect us, everything, and then I talk about things about Missouri and U.S. So today I want to just have a general discussion about high-speed rail, and I think it'll be a great idea that we have more discussions about it and take a good hard look at the idea, especially if um, the fact that we're going to have to look forward to a future beyond oil eventually. I'm not saying it's going to be happening right real soon unless we get into another OPEC crisis like back in the 70s. So I think we need to have more discussions. That way we can think of how we're going to develop it or work into our own technology, our own version of the technology. I mean, like Japan has already beaten us the punch on high speed rail across their nation, and we're not even trying. I mean, all we do is we kick the can around, and we don't really put more initiative into trying to make it a reality. Because the problem is for those of you that would be agreeing about the need for more alternative transportation besides just cars. Unfortunately, the fact that we are just addicted to cars, that's going to make that idea a little difficult right at this time. Until we start hitting into a period where gas starts hitting like $10 a gallon, that would be more unaffordable for the common person. For your average blue collar worker, they're not going to be able to afford $10 a gallon for gas. That's when you start seeing people start walking, bicycling, and want to move more initiatives to push for high-speed rail or alternative modes of transportation. But as of right now, the idea is kind of not going anywhere, and I think in time we're going to have more discussions and more movements and try to get this country to move off of oil dependency, because like I said, oil ain't going to be around forever, and we're already consuming quite a bit, and some of our supply is foreign, and it gives us a point of vulnerability. If anyone remember the OPEC crisis of the 70s, that highlights the vulnerability of the oil supply. So it's something to really stop and think about. I mean, if any nation wants to put the hurt on the U.S., all they have to do is hit on the oil supply and make the cost of the gas and oil go up to a absurd level, that would definitely hit the average working person's pocket, especially when not only you have to consider your gallon of gas has gone up, now you got your food that's going up because that's depending on the fuel, getting it from point A to point B. I mean, from the factory to the store shelves, that's depending on oil. And I think that it just won't take much. It won't take much to have another episode like that. That's why I would support more initiatives, especially in Missouri. One thing that I would like to see an initiative for is more work, less talk about bringing a high-speed rail between St. Louis and Kansas City, link the two cities together, and have Columbia in the middle as a middleman in the link. So you'd have people could travel from one end of the state to the other, maybe for pleasure, for work, or whatever have you, because right now, if memory serves, it's like 3-4 hours to go from Kansas City to St. Louis. And if you had high-speed rail that could cut it down to 1 hour, imagine how that would benefit. I'm also looking at the fact that we have problems with a lot of our major cities are already clogged to the gill with cars. Traffic is horrendous, and maybe giving an alternative mode of transportation to get from like your suburbs to the city core by high-speed rail link, that would be a great idea. Maybe to link cities to cities. I mean, that's the whole point, is just have that alternative, and then maybe move our society toward more of a more or less a less dependency on oil, because people may go up in arms like it sounds like some kind of liberal plan. It's more a point of practicality than it is liberalism, conservatism. I don't care. It's a point of practicality. It's like I said before, oil is our key weakness. And it doesn't take much. It just takes somebody to strike at us right where it hurts the most. So, that's why I'm saying, and I hope we have more discussions on this. Not only that, we need to eventually think about the environment and how the vehicle exhausts can be damaging to health, especially in your major cities where smog is already a bad problem. You really, if you, I've seen moments in LA where it looks pretty bad, and I give the fact that they have clean, that there's been since clean air acts have been out that kind of cleans things up. It's been a good start, but there are more. There are other ways too. I mean, but we'll be getting into a totally different subject beyond what I'm talking about in this video. But this is what I'm been trying to mean, and what I'm trying to say is, we just gotta start having more open conversations about this with our lawmakers, and maybe we can get more initiatives out there, especially if it provides an economic boon for the area. Just something to really think about. So I hope this gets your thinking. I mean, I would go out and get online, do more research about it. Don't formulate your opinion entirely what you see and hear about it. Think of, but like I said, think of the positives that could provide, and hopefully we start seeing more initiatives to move in that direction. So I hope I see you on the next video.